Nah, this elimination actually had me in tears from this girl thinking she was actually gonna find love on the island.
I don't want to take up space if I'm not someone's forever here. I think I'm gonna find like true love one day.
To whoever this guy is, being so butthurt.
Take this time to just reflect and just keep it at that.
How about you get reflection on your relationship?
How about I jump in here a second before we go off the rails?
Like, why are you so mad? Who are you? What? Fam, goodbye. Hello guys, welcome back to Taste of Reality, reviewing Temptation Island Season 3, episode, I think it's 5. 5? Yeah, let's go with 5. Before I get into it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I post, share the video with a friend, and comment down below. We're in the comments chatting it up. Let's get into the review. Alright, so I'm going to start with Aaron and Corey. At the first bonfire, Corey takes Shaquille's words to heart because he's talking about how Corey's downfall is going to be his lack of vulnerability.
You know, I look in the mirror and, you know, sometimes I'm ashamed to see the person on the other side. I am a failure because I just feel like there's so much more I can do.
I think I can't fully blame him because it's really hard for you to open your heart up to somebody who's made you feel insecure, who's made you feel like at any point they're going to leave you for something better. So if I share myself and it's things that you don't like, I feel like that's threatening our relationship and it's going to give you more the reason to leave me. So I understand why he's holding back. However, it is true. He is going to have to come more into himself and be, you know, more there. What's the word? Like he needs to really step up and be like, this is the man that I am, take me or leave me. Shaq has somehow worked his way back into Aaron's heart and I'm like, girl, you got some stuff to work on before you entertain this. It's clear that she has a lot of self-work to do because at the second bonfire, she clearly gets very defensive when the girls are coming for her inadvertently through the way that they're talking about how Corey has been feeling throughout this process. My thing is, baby, this is what, like, you reap what you sow.
But I mean, I get it. Like, I get where they're coming from because Corey is an amazing guy. And he does feel low with himself because of me. Like, I feel like I genuinely have never felt like this terrified of losing someone.
You have been treating this man as if he is an option in your books, and as soon as a better option arises, you will take it. So how else are he supposed to feel? How else is he supposed to, express his emotions to other people? You're gonna look like the villain every time. Hopefully she is, really deeping this process and really seeing that no matter who she's with, she can't afford to be treating that person as if they're expendable. And I'm sure she's learning that. It seems like she's really, taking that in. I just hope that it sticks even past, the show. All right, our second couple is Kristin and Julian. And at the first bonfire, Julian's kind of confused as to why Kristen is upset with him because he feels like he's conducted himself very well.
You want her, and what does that look like?
Taking that next step in our lives, starting a family, which I know is what she wants. Having kids one day, being the best husband and father that I can be to our family.
Personally, I'd agree with him. I don't think that he's done anything that's been, very much out of line. I mean, there's a girl here who really wants to pursue him, but even she's like, I can't even go there because he's not letting me. I think he's been doing a good job at respecting the relationship, but also experiencing the process. It is, however, clear that she has not worked through the cheating that he did in the past because she can't let it go. Unfortunately, in order to move on with this relationship, she's either going to have to process, okay, he did this and I'm just gonna have to move past it, or decide I can't handle it. There's no rebuilding this trust with you and we just gotta call it quits. And it's unfortunate also because she is afraid of dealing with traumas. The thing with trauma though, in order to heal from it, you do to some degree have to relive it again, because if you suppress it and pretend like it never happened, it goes unaddressed and that stuff be creeping up on you in the most inopportune times. So it hurts, it's painful, it's uncomfortable. However, in order to heal, in order to grow, it's necessary.
I feel like I don't show people that I'm in pain because I don't want them to take advantage of my vulnerability. And I wish that I had that strength to be able to talk about the things that hurt me most.
And we see at the end of the second bonfire, she does expose that she was dealing with her brother overdosing and losing him, which is a huge trauma. It's clearly understandable why she wouldn't want to address it. And I'm not even saying she needs to address it on the show. Like, this is not the place for that if you don't want to do it here. However, at some point in your timeline of life, you're gonna have to go through, how did that make me feel? How have I been affected by it? How am I going to process life without my brother? How am I going to, resolve any things that I felt like I played a part in losing him? Like, you know what I mean? The things that you think of when there's grief and loss and all of that, she's gonna have to relive it just a little bit in order to go through it. Man, my heart bleeds for her. It really does. Because at first I was like, oh, she's such a stick in the mud. Like, I don't like her. But now it's just like, she's just hardened by life. And I hope you find the healing, girl. I hope you find the healing. Our third couple is Tom and Chelsea. At the first bonfire, Tom talks about how he wants to be with somebody who accepts him for who he is wholly and completely.
And at the end of the day, if she just wants a guy that isn't flirtatious and isn't how I am, then we may not be compatible.
The thing is, it's kind of hard to be with somebody who's admittedly been a flirt and you know that it makes you uncomfortable. So I don't know anybody who would be okay with that unless they are that themselves and y'all just agreed to just be flirty people. I don't know anybody in my life who's okay with that, but I would not be okay with that. Okay. However, she is going with somebody who she has said has the same characteristics as Tom. So I'm confused.
I feel like moving forward, I want to get to know Blake more, and I'm going to let myself be comfortable with him because I was really trying to avoid him and fighting these feelings that I had when I initially met him.
All I'm saying is that if and when these red flags resurface, these red flags that you have identified for yourself resurface and they start waving again up in your face, I don't want to hear nothing. All right, we don't want to hear nothing because you already said he's giving me he's showing me characteristics that I've already said I don't like, and I see them in Tom himself, and you're choosing to go back to that. There are other men in the house. You don't have to go back to Blake. However, that's what she's doing at the bonfire. She said she's going full force now that he sees that Tom is going full force with Sophia. So, hey, to each their own. Godspeed. Let's just not hear about these red flags when they come back. All right, our last couple is Kendall and Erica. At the first bonfire, Kendall is shown footage of the guys talking about him, and he's like, oh, they don't really know the full story. Like, clearly there's been things that I've been missing, and like in this relationship, and she's been missing stuff too. But here's the interesting part about what she's been missing. He says she's been missing gratitude and appreciation for the things that she does for him. So what exactly are you missing? If she has done everything for you and all you're saying she's missing from you is appreciation, sir, you're the prop. I don't see how he doesn't see that he's the issue.
Could it be that she's trying to be something she isn't so as to keep you?
100%. And that's one reason why we came here, because she's a giving person. And there's times where I tell her I feel like she only does certain things to appease to who she thinks I want to be with.
Erica, however, has started to really process the manipulation that she's been dealing with Kendall. And the next day is when it really hits her emotionally.
This is the best relationship that I've experienced. I thought this is what love looks like, because if someone loves you, then they're going to push you and they want to see you be your absolute best self. So it's like, I really don't know what love looks like.
And as much as I don't want her to cry over this man, I do think that mourning the loss of this relationship is necessary, because she's going to have to process the grief of it in order to move on to a new man, to a healthier relationship, or to a healthier relationship with herself. Just to be alone, just some self-discovery, you know, because my girl, being cheated on back-to-back relationships, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. So I'm glad, weirdly enough, that she has allowed herself to cry. She has allowed herself to vocalize her frustration, vocalize her disgust, because maybe then she can really move on. Now at the other house, I'm convinced that Kendall still thinks he is a 21-year-old frat boy, because he's just, he's so blech. He's just blech.
I definitely love seeing the side of Alexis. It's different. She seems like she's very discreet, but when it's time to party, she's ready to party.
So Nicole, Alexis, and Kendall end up sleeping together, is what they're alluding to in the production, and I'm starting to see a pattern. So Alexis talks about how she low-key was uncomfortable with the situation, but you know, she's just trying to put herself out there, trying to make herself experience new things. And my thing is, like, it would be one thing if sometimes it wasn't egged on by Kendall, you know, like if she was just doing it out of curiosity, oh, maybe I'm bisexual, maybe I'm sexually fluid, like, cool, that's your journey, cool. But if you're doing it because it's kind of being egged on by Kendall, it's giving me the same cycle that what's her name, Erica, was in with him. Because for her, she said, I felt like I had to become a certain kind of person in order to gain favor with Kendall. And that's what Alexis is doing. Like, I have to be this promiscuous, out there, hot toddy girl in order to maintain Kendall's affection, maintain his attention on me. Because, girl, you blink and this man is now like, oh, I'm going to take out Nicole. What? He literally does not understand the word commitment, the words loyalty and respect. Like, girl, you have a better shot leaving with Nicole. Don't you dare ruin your life by getting with this man. I will say that with my full chest. I don't care. Do not get with Kendall. At the final bonfire, Erica finally calls it quits for real. We have nothing but joy, happiness, and gladness in our hearts. All right? There are hearts. I'm just so excited for her. I hope that she now just takes this journey to work within herself, to discover, you know, what love really looks like, internally, externally, whatever. I'm just here to watch her journey now as a single woman trying to find her self-confidence. That's all I'm here for. It's not even about the relationship anymore. It's not about, ooh, will you be tempted? We know he's fickle. We know he's a floozy. We know he's another F word, but okay, Erica, I support your journey. I wish you nothing but the best. And even if you leave single, we support you, boo. We support you. All right, y'all, as always, make sure to share this video and comment down below. I will be in there with y'all. Y'all already know. You already know I be talking to y'all. It is what it is, okay? Nothing new here. Just don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys next week for another review.